Psalm 46 says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble at its swelling. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God will help her when the morning dawns. The nation rage, the kingdoms totter. He utters his voice, the earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come, behold the works of the Lord, how he has brought desolations on the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the chariots with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among all the nations. I'll be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. While reading this chapter, it reminded me of a chapel I heard on the Word of Life property, who were talking about learning to be silent before the noise. This also reminded me of how we have to be silent during the storm. Sometimes something bad might happen in our lives. We might experience sickness, or maybe someone we know dies. We get hit with a storm in our life, and it's hard to see clearly of what God wants for us. I know that I sometimes wonder that in my own life. God might call us to missions and serve him someplace. Sometimes we might not know what we are all to do after college. And that's okay. We need to be silent and listen for his voice. We need to spend time with him. We need to spend time in his word. We need to spend time in prayer. God has a plan for each of us. He has a plan for me, and he also has a plan for you. We have to decide on whether or not we are actually going to listen. We have to listen to what he has for our lives. We have to listen to what God is trying to tell us. We all have a plan. It might not be the right plan. Maybe it is the right plan. But God has a plan for our life. We get to choose which path we're going to take. We get to choose whether or not if we want to follow God's plan. We can choose to follow his plan, or we can ignore it. We can choose our own path. However, will you give in to the silence and follow God's path? Or will you ignore it and turn to the noise and follow your own path? I know sometimes I never listen to God's voice. Sometimes I want my path to be my own path. I don't give in to the silence. I like the noise. I'm never comfortable around silence. But sometimes I have to choose to listen to the silence and listen to God's voice. God wants us to choose. Are we willing to listen to him and be comfortable in the silence? Or are we going to listen to the noise and choose our own path? The choice is up to you. Which one will you choose? The silence or the noise?